All right, let's head over to Klerksdorp now, where angry miners at VMR Gold Mine say they are not leaving until their demands are met. Workers are protesting over what they say are unlawful dismissals and unpaid wages. Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu is following this story for us. He joins us live. So earlier, a tense situation unfolding there. What's it looking like now?
Well, Shahan, the situation has relatively calmed down compared to the scenes that we saw just a few minutes ago when some of the workers prevented some who were trying to come into the mine. We did see some sort of a hostage situation unfolding here outside the mine as those workers were blocked and they were prevented from entering the mine. But beyond that, we saw the group of miners that are protesting here outside, grouping around them. In fact, some of them threatening to even assault them, saying that they're not allowed to go into the mine because they are supposed to be part of this protest that is taking place here outside the mine. So it has been quite a tense situation. You can see behind me, Shahan, there's still some remnants of the violent scenes that have played themselves out here, some burning tires still here on the road, and also some of those miners still stationed here. They've blockaded all the entrances to the mine, preventing anybody, in fact even the people inside the mine, from coming outside. So they're saying, Shahan, that they're not going to leave here until their salaries are paid. We do understand that they have not been paid their December wages, but not only that, they're saying that their dismissals by the mine were unlawful and they want the mine to reinstate them back. So there have been talks that have been taking place here today at the mine between the mine workers as well as some of the union representatives and mine management, and we do understand that those negotiations started as early as 9 o'clock this morning. We did hear that at some point the union staged a walkout because they simply couldn't agree to some of the terms and some of the proposals that were brought forward by the mine management. But coming out of that meeting, what we have heard is that the mine has proposed that it wants these workers, 1,800 of them who were dismissed on the 8th of December for being part of that sit-in, to sign final warning letters so that they can return to work. But the miners, of course, are not having it. They are refusing. They've rejected this proposal by the mine. In fact, we spoke to one of the mine workers who was part of that meeting earlier on. Take a listen, Shahan, to what he had to say.
They are saying that before they can give us our December salaries, firstly, we should sign, all of us, we should sign the final warnings of making a sit-in on the 2nd of December last year. So the workers are not pleased with that because the salaries that we are demanding are the salaries that we worked for before we even go to the sit-in. So he's agreeing to bring him back the things that we've asked him to bring back. But he still wants to punish us with signing the final warnings. So the workers are not pleased with signing final warnings. So like now you can see people are busy protesting because of the final warnings. So even our leave payments, he's saying that he doesn't have money. He will only give us the 14th check, which we still do not agree with the thing of the 14th check. We don't even have the medical station yet.
So, Manqoba, outside of the discussions that are currently happening there, we still see something burning behind you. We see workers on the streets. Are police there? How's that going?
Well, Shahan, there are no police at this stage. In fact, we had expected that they will come, given the fact that this protest is defying those lockdown regulations. I mean, it's thousands of workers that are out here, and understandably so, because they are angry. They are saying that they've spent Christmas here. They haven't been able to go to their homes due to the fact that they've not received any payment from the mine. But they do admit, Shahan, that they are in violation of those lockdown regulations. But what they're saying is that they are hungry and they want the mine to honor its promise to pay them. But let me bring in one of the mine workers here, perhaps just to get a perspective on that. Shahan, of course, Baba, you are, of course, violating those lockdown regulations, and you're saying that you're going to continue with this. You're not going to leave these premises until those monies are paid to you.
Yeah, even like as we speak now, we don't even have money to return home. So we want the money to be paid to our account today so that we can be able to go home and then buy groceries for ourselves. Because we have been struggling. We are violating the lockdown regulations, but firstly, the employer violated the COVID regulations by firing people, by retrenching people while we were still under lockdown. The president did say himself that no one should be retrenched during lockdown. But what has happened here, we have been victimized. There's a racism that is going on in this shaft here. Like I said earlier, only certain employees, only white employees get top management positions. Only white employees are given the chance to act on other positions. When it comes to us, we are told that there is no money for us. We are not paid our salaries, December salaries. Some of our brothers here were left here, never went home. Some even on the camp, they never even received food. We had to make donations. We didn't have any money, but we had to try and make donations for them. So we are pleading, especially with Gwede Mantashe, because the employer, Van Vieren, said himself that he agreed with Mr. Gwede Mantashe. So we want the EFF, please, EFF, we have been trying to connect with you, especially Mr. Malema. Your EFF in the Northwest Province are failing us, because we have tried several times to engage them, to ask them, please come and help us on this situation. There's 4 people that passed away last year. Even up to date, they haven't received any money from this company. They stayed 4 months, around about 4 months in the mortuaries without them having money to pay for their burials or even their moving.
But aren't you worried? I mean, there's no social distancing here that I can see, that I can observe. People are just here. Some of them are not wearing masks. Aren't you worried that this could spread, the coronavirus, and you can end up with people getting sick?
You know, sometimes when you are angry and you are frustrated, some of the things you even forget about them. As you can see, people are putting on their mask. But once there's something that is happening, earlier on there were shootings there. They were shooting at us, but we are just sitting down. The security was shooting at us with rubber bullets, or we don't even know if maybe it's real ammunition. So now we are asking for the government to intervene so we can have this situation dealt with as soon as possible. Because we don't want to be here. We want to be back at work. But the management here, they are treating us badly. They are treating us like, I don't know how can I put it like, but this is apartheid. They are using apartheid system, if maybe I may put it like that. I was never there in the apartheid system, but I can feel it because of this company. The DMR did come here and found out using a shovel. We were using a shovel to remove the stove, whereas they removed water jet underground. That was making the job much easier for us. They just removed them without complying, without asking anyone. There are unions. Our unions, they are not listened to. So please, we are asking for the government, if you seriously care about the COVID regulation, help us fix the situation here so everyone can be back at home with their loved ones.
Thank you very much. That is one of the mine workers here, whom we also spoke to earlier on about the conditions here at the mine, which they say are really unbearable, given the fact that many of them are saying that they have gone hungry, they don't have any sort of income. They haven't received any sort of income from this mine. In fact, they're saying that they've spent even Christmas here because of the situation that is going on here. But it's not the only situation that is worrying them, the issue of the salaries as well as the issue of their dismissals, but also the working conditions which they say are appalling.
Yeah, we're going to leave it right there. Manqoba Mchunu.